Okay, Dean? Are you going to stay 3? Okay, thank you, Dean.
Okay. Hello, Mayor, council members.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Tony Dunn, and I've been a resident, my wife Jackie and I, since 2007. We moved here from Chino Hills, and we love this city. In 2009, I began pastoring a church, New Day Christian Fellowship, and prior to pastoring, my wife and I did a lot of missionary work all over the world. Been to Africa. I'm going again in July 13th, be my 13th time. Each time I go away, I come back with a deeper appreciation for our nation. And I understand some may be against this, but you know, that is the one thing. God is what this nation was founded upon, but that motto is crucial. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be a resident of the city as well as this nation, and like Councilmember Spiegel, I really apologize for what you experienced earlier. Forgive the ignorance of some people. But I want you to know, this is a great nation. And I'm also speaking to you as a pastor of a majority African-American congregation, and I know what's been going on in our nation, but I'm going to tell you something. The one thing that does bind us is God. Is God. It is God. So I want to strongly encourage you to move forward with this this evening. And also, too, we deeply appreciate you all. And like Brother Mike, I'm not able to be here on Wednesday evenings. I have been before. And I thank you for the job that you're doing. You greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good evening, Council. My name is Jim Mercer. I live at 506 Donatello, South Corona. Senior pastor of Connection Church here in town. I'm in full agreement with Randy Fox on this. We've expressed this to our congregation, and they are totally in support of this. One of the earlier speakers addressed it and said that we the people, we are the people that vote people in and vote people out. And we voted Randy in because we stood and believed for what he stands for. And it is an honor to be here. This is a good city council. The reason a lot of us aren't here is because some have expressed we have Wednesday night services. But that doesn't mean we're not interested in the city or what goes on. We have other obligations. But this is an issue that matters extremely very much to us, that in God we trust. Then this nation is blessed, this city is blessed because of the godly churches, the godly leaders in this city, and all of these pastors that are here. There's quite a few that are here that are not even standing up, but their churches have sent them here tonight to represent our God. And our God is one that we know that leads this nation, has led this nation into prosperity, and the nation that lives by God's laws is fruitful. The nation that turns on God's laws, they have much trouble. So our recommendation, our desire, and we trust you, we appreciate everything you do, is that you approve this and let ours, not only our city, but all the other cities know that Corona, California stands for God. Thank you.
Good evening.
Hello, Mayor and Council members. How are you? I'm Jeremy Mercer, so that's my dad, and same church, but I'm the lead pastor there. I live at 1497 Cedar Pines Drive here in Corona since the end of 2001. I'm also here representing, we have some of our congregants here tonight representing as well their support of this initiative, many who are not able to be here. And who was here earlier, Pastor Mike Rodriguez and his wife Terry from Calvary Chapel, Corona, who had to leave because he told me on the way out he had to get his grandson. It was getting late, and so he asked me right there to speak on his behalf as well. So I'm doing that also. First of all, I would like to thank the City Council for giving us the opportunity to speak tonight. I love my city, and I love living in Corona, minus some of the traffic. But I want the best for my city, and I want the best for our citizens. I strongly support displaying our nation's motto, "In God We Trust," in the council chambers. I'd be willing to display it in more places if you all are willing, so anywhere you want to put it, feel free. First of all, it is our nation's motto, and therefore there's no reason whatsoever that it should be controversial. It's on every dollar, as it's been said tonight, displaying "In God We Trust" simply is American. Secondly, these words do not in any way, shape, or form establish a religion over our nation or establish a religion in our city. No one religion is being promoted over another, nor is any citizen's rights being denied by displaying these words. If someone attends a local church or synagogue, displaying these words will not affect their ability to do so or to worship God however they believe. If someone has no faith at all and denies the existence of God, they will in no way, shape, or form be denied the right to live their life how they see fit. In America, we are allowed to disagree. Disagreement does not equal intolerance, however. In fact, the opposite is true. In America, we're blessed to have the freedom of thought, the freedom to speak, and the freedom to worship. And our founding fathers firmly believed and publicly declared with our documents that these rights, along with many others, come from our Creator. Their belief in God and in these rights came directly from their trust in God. The prophet Jeremiah said, "But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence." And the psalmist once said, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." For generations, Americans have put their trust in the Almighty. The founding fathers prayed for and were thankful for providence in the birthing of our country. There's no denying that America is the most blessed nation on earth, possibly in all of human history. And I firmly believe, along with millions and millions of Americans, both past and present, that America has been so greatly blessed because we, the people, put our trust in God and not just in ourselves. I care deeply about our country. I care deeply about our city and my fellow citizens. I want this city to be blessed. I want its people to be blessed. Simply displaying the words "In God We Trust" may seem minor, but it follows the best of American tradition and will continue to bring success and blessing to the city of Corona. Thank you all very much for your time.
Good evening.
Good evening, members of City Council, staff. My name is Wayne Kiley, 8401 Bedford Motorway, Corona. I'm here to support the resolution, and I just want to read a few brief paragraphs out of a speech that Ronald Reagan gave at the Ecumenical Prayer Breakfast at the Republican National Convention in Dallas, Texas on August 23rd, 1984. And it pretty much summarizes in a more eloquent way than I ever could how I feel. It goes as follows: a state is nothing more than a reflection of its citizens. The more decent the citizens, the more decent the state. If you practice a religion, whether you're Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, or guided by some other faith, then your private life will be influenced by a sense of moral obligation, and so too will your public life. One affects the other. The churches of America do not exist by the grace of the state. The churches of America are not mere citizens of the state. The churches of America exist apart. They have their own vantage point, their own authority. Religion is its own realm. It makes its own claims. We establish no religion in this country, nor will we ever. We command no worship. We mandate no belief. But we poison our society when we remove its theological underpinnings. We court corruption when we leave it bereft of belief. All are free to believe or not believe. All are free to practice a faith or not. But those who believe must be free to speak of and act on their belief, to apply moral teaching to public questions. Without God, there is no virtue, because there is no prompting of the conscience. Without God, we're mired in the material, that flat world that tells us only what the senses perceive. Without God, there is a coarsening of the society. And without God, democracy will not and cannot long endure. If we ever forget that we're one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone forever. Now that's Ronald Reagan. I support the motion. Finally, I just want to commend all city council members and staff on your thick skin and some of the flack you've taken and some of the very unprofessional allegations and comments that were made this evening. I think it's totally inappropriate. And so just to be able to sit in your seats, I commend you for that. Thank you.
Thank you.